Today, we're going to talk about a piece of technology that wasn't just a part of financial history, it was a full-blown revolution in data processing. This is the story of a beast, a machine built for a very specific and very, very hungry purpose.
So, let's start with this number, 2,400. What is that? It's not a price tag, it's not a model number. Nope, it's a speed. It's the speed of a monster.
I mean, just think about that quote for a second. Devoured. This wasn't some gentle, neat little process. We're talking about an industrial-scale consumption of paper that absolutely changed the game for the entire world of banking.
Okay, so to really get why this machine was such a big deal, you have to understand the world it was born into. And honestly, that world was literally drowning in paper.
I want you to just picture it. We're talking rooms, entire floors of buildings, filled with armies of clerks, manually sorting, stamping, and trying to reconcile millions upon millions of paper checks every single day. The whole system was slow, it was crazy expensive, and yeah, it was just riddled with human error. The financial world was creaking, it was groaning, and it was about to hit a breaking point.
So, what was the answer to all that chaos? Well, it arrived in the form of a massive, humming, unyielding piece of engineering, the check-eating machine.
Meet the IBM 3890. This thing was the absolute workhorse of check processing. It was insanely fast, incredibly precise, and engineered to just run and run, day and night, without fail. Its one job? To bring order to the chaos of all that paper. So the genius of this machine was really in its architecture. You had these feed modules where operators would load huge trays of checks. Then, super fast microreaders scanned them. From there, stackers physically sorted the checks into different pockets. And this is the crucial part. The control systems were the brains of the whole operation, talking to the bank's mainframe, logging every single transaction in real time.
36. That's how many sorting pockets this beast had. So it could simultaneously sort checks by, say, bank and by branch, while also flagging any weird ones for a human to look at later. It was basically a master of parallel processing, but built out of pure steel and wire.
So how did it actually do it? This is where we get into the real magic. This is the moment a physical piece of paper turned into pure digital information. This is the heart of our database story.
The secret sauce was a technology called MICR. You've definitely seen this. It's that kind of weird, blocky font at the bottom of every check. Well, it's printed with magnetic ink, and that allowed the 3890's readers to scan the routing number, the account number, everything with almost perfect accuracy, even if the check was crumpled or smudged. This was the bridge from the physical world to the digital one.
And a check's journey through this thing took literally seconds. It gets fed in, whoosh, the magnetic ink is read, zap, the data is instantly logged and reconciled with the bank's central database, and clunk, it's physically sorted into the right pocket. Now, remember that number from the beginning? This whole process happened 2,400 times a minute. Insane.
And listen, this is the most important point of all. The 3890 wasn't just a fancy mechanical sorter. No way. It was a data processing system. It was creating a database on the fly, in real time, matching totals, flagging errors, and building a complete digital record of a physical transaction. For the history of data, this was a monumental leap forward.
Now, this machine didn't just have a moment of glory, it had an entire era. For decades, the IBM 3890 was the undisputed, undefeated champion of the back office.
If you look at the timeline, the 3890 was that pivotal piece of tech that bridged the gap between slow, manual sorting and the stuff we have today, like check imaging and digital workflows. And here's the crazy part. Many banks kept their 3890s running long into the 2000s, simply because they were so astonishingly reliable. They just worked. You know, the contrast to today is just stunning. You have the massive, centralized power of the room-sized 3890 versus its successor, which is, the mobile deposit app on your phone. One processed thousands of checks a minute in a huge, dedicated facility. The other processes one at a time from anywhere in the world. It really shows you the incredible journey from centralized physical processing to decentralized digital capture.
So, when it's all said and done, what is the final legacy of this check-devouring machine? Well, it's way more than just a piece of retired hardware. It is a true landmark in the history of data.
I love this quote. The machine's greatest contribution was that it proved you could reliably and at a massive scale convert a physical thing
magnetic ink on a piece of paper into structured, actionable database logic. You could say that, in essence, it automated trust.
And that leaves us with this really big, fascinating question. It's one the 3890 helped us answer decades ago. When you take a real-world, physical process and turn it into pure data, you don't just make it faster. You completely transform it. You open up possibilities that were once totally unimaginable.
And in the end, that was its legacy, a simple, powerful mission, executed with mind-blowing efficiency. It took the chaos of paper and brought it into the ordered world of the database, and in doing so, it sorted the entire financial world, one check at a time.